Hello and welcome back to the Age of Sunbros YouTube channel. I'm your host, SerSharkDad. I am done with blabbering so much on our podcast episodes, and I am ready to be casting again. Super excited. 1v1 ranked ladder here. We have Raincloud, sporting the red, playing Sweden here on the left side of the map, and then 3D Jacob, who is becoming a more staple household name here on the Age of Sunbros Discord channel, sporting the blue, playing the Dutch. So we got Europe versus Europe here on the map of Colorado. And I am joined here. This is not a solo cast. I am joined here by McCleves. Sir, what are you thinking about this matchup? I know that you've seen this already, so no spoilers from you, but what are you thinking? This is post-patch Sweden versus Dutch, which didn't get that much changed. So what are you hoping to find?
Yeah. So I'm not super well acquainted with these systems. I mean, I know how they work, but I would say that Dutch is probably a little bit advantage here because like Sweden is not known for being an FF or a rush shiv, neither of those, and Dutch kind of need some time to get booming, and then but they will probably have that time against Sweden. Then again, Sweden can also boom, of course.
Oh yeah. See, Sweden. So Dutch is. They need that time to amp up, right? And Sweden also has that time to amp up. Sweden has a really nice window of opportunity of very, very, very strong eco. And Dutch, once they hit that point, also extremely strong, economically, and really good in that mid game. Oh, going for the 10 vills in the TC to take that envoy, pretty nice. And so we got a 2-torp start over here. But Sweden can really extend out their economic power. And they have a good staying power. But let's take a look at the decks really quick. On the Dutch side, yeah, 3 merchants coming in. We got Town Militia, great card, both banks, so plenty of later age play.
I think there's an interesting thing here is the absence of 600 wood.
I'm seeing that more. I'm seeing that more often now, to be honest with you, Cleves, because.
Oh, really?
Just because, yeah, I feel like a lot of times now Dutch just don't stay H2. Like they're trying to force the FF. Like they can't properly FF, right? But they can, they go for like the 4 bank and then they immediately try to transition. So I'm not terribly surprised.
Yeah, so he might be doing that here.
I'm surprised to see a fort and then not as many H4 cards. So
yeah, Jacob loves his fort. Like he just loves it, and I'm always telling him not to make forts when he play 2v2. But yeah, he just.
Let's go ahead and take a look at Sweden.
What can I say?
Yeah. Let me take a look at Sweden really quick and ooh.
Yeah, there's more forts here.
4 surgeons. Frontier defenses. Okay. Advanced frontier defenses. Forts. Kalmar Castle. This is toxic.
He's got all the forts.
But then we have a mercenary kind of, but no, I don't think he took mercenary loyalty. So no. Okay, so lots of fortifications and then some merc stuff.
Yeah, he's even got the extended fortifications in H4 and another fort, and you can also age with a fort, so that's a total of 4 forts that he could have.
It's just interesting, the mercenary contracts, and then, which I guess is pretty good because it enables you to get Jaeger in H4, but instead of taking the Savalax Jaegers, and then I know for Sweden it's easier for them to get their mercenaries. So I'm really curious about this. I'm wondering if we're gonna get some merc play, but don't spoil it for me. I'm very excited. It looks cancerous.
I want.
The governors.
I was just gonna point out that whenever they send like one mercenary shipment in H3 or either H, they will actually get access to the training. So if they send like the normal Jaeger 1000 coin costing Jaeger card, they will also be able to train them. And the same goes for the Black Riders that he's got in deck.
Oh man, disgusting Black Riders. Looking over Quartermaster, so 400 wood for him, and Outpost with 200 coin for Governor. So pretty standard on each side. Both of them are going to be relatively, probably the same exact time. Hold on. Oh, no, Raincloud just a second behind. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So he's macroed. He's macroed for a Fast Fortress doing 2 torp. Age up here. Immediately sending 700 coin. I'm curious where he's going to put that Outpost at. And
yeah, it's probably gonna go up in the middle just to like take some map control. He's got 200 coin in the base as well, so he's probably gonna be wanting to gather that up quickly because I think it was still on the ground last time we were in his base.
3D Jacob has been an animal on taking these treasures. Let's take a look over on his side of the base. So we are currently at 16 vills. 2 banks now going down.
I think treasures is like the only thing he loves more than forts.
Early barracks.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's kind of standard, I think, to put the barracks up with the 700 wood.
And a bank wagon now coming in. So I think this is pretty standard opening. I don't see anything too crazy.
I mean, Sweden is kind of. I think it's more standard with Sweden to send either Dominions or 700 wood.
Oh, sorry, I meant for the Dutch.
Yeah, for Dutch. Yeah, so Dutch is pretty standard. I agree.
So for Sweden, I think that 700 coin is on the ground. He is going to go ahead and gather that up, and he is very well macroed. He's just going to go ahead and idle the TC and just go. That's interesting. Yeah. So you may want.
Oh, he's even killing those sheep he got from the treasure, putting one of them on each torp.
I mean, that food, having that overgathered on food is actually, he would be pretty well situated to go for industrial if he chose to do so.
Yep.
And then put some forts down. Oh man, so that's that bank wagon, and then immediately macroing for that 4th bank. And like I said, he's gonna go ahead and as I was kind of mentioning, that you start to see it where Dutch are gonna go ahead and look for, or is that? Oh no, I was about to say, is that a bank? No. He's gonna go ahead and hard gather that, and then allow the coin to trickle in, and he'll end up going to fortress pretty soon. And then what you can do is that then you have the church card coming in, so you can use your red lancers as a defensive pop. So it's actually pretty good, and you get a lot of XP out of this. You know, it's pretty sweet. Raincloud now going to Fortress Age. Interesting. Market now. Okay, I'm really curious as to what he's going to do in H3, because we haven't seen any of these defensive cards come out. And 4 surgeons. I can't get over this 4 surgeons card. That's so...
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah. You don't see that very often.
Oh.
Okay, so he seems to have sold a lot of food for coin.
Oh, I see.
Just to get these Black Riders out.
Yeah, I see. Okay, so then 7 Black Riders, and that's going to be cheaper. It's 100 coin cheaper for Sweden. It's a bonus.
Oh, yeah, true. I never realized that.
And I wonder what... He's pretty hard gathered on coin. He has a church down. So I'm waiting for a saloon. Maybe if he's going to want to go. And going priests. Okay.
I think a stable is fine, actually.
He can't go stable to train his mercs, though.
Yeah, he can. Because they are enabled into the...
Oh, they are? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
What?
And he's already getting the priest to heal them up as well.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, so instead of going a Haka pellet spam, because we're seeing the solo Haka pellet meta, we are now going to be seeing the Black Rider. 2 priests is good because you get the longevity out of that. And 3D Jacob already going age up, which is really great. But these 7 Black Riders are disgusting. Let's take a look at the stats. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that. 500 HP. Over 500 HP, and then there's 40 damage. And he's going to buff that with his cavalry cards.
Ooh. Pike didn't stand a chance. That sucks.
Yeah.
I don't... Lancers popped now. When I saw these Black Riders, I'm thinking I'm not gonna pop my Lancers. You know what I mean? Just because these are counter. Miniman being called too. I think that's an overreaction. I do not understand that whatsoever. I don't want to be too critical because 3D Jacob is a much better player than me, but I didn't exactly understand it, especially because he has the right to.
I think I was trying to create a mega pop with the 9 routers, the Minutemen, and the Lancers, but it didn't quite. Coordination was not 100% perfect, and then the riders were already gone, of course.
Right, and now Raincloud is just making a ton of coin right now and getting even more Black Riders. This is so cancerous. I'm sorry, just spamming Black Riders. I've seen this only once on the ladder, and it was actually versus a French player going with Black Rider and Dragoon. Just constantly spamming that. And it's just interesting that maybe we are in a place where people just makes just only Dragoons, and apparently that is the broken unit of the game. Broken unit of the week. Curious here, a little dancing around. So now Skirm. So that's a good response from... It's interesting because if he's going to go Black Rider when he knows that Dutch are happy to make skirmishers and they have plenty of upgrades. He is missing his H2 upgrade card, but he does have infantry combat. Dutch love making their skirms, so I'm very curious as to exactly why he's going to choose to do this. Do they have an area of effect damage? No, they do not. So, taking a look over at Raincloud. Kalmar Castle now coming in. Forts now cause soldiers to deal twice as many experience points, but you have to fight near the forts, and it gives you a fort wagon. So I'm very curious as to exactly how much more map control he's going to be able to get out of this. Looking over at 3D Jacob, now going to go with, I think, the 1,000. Yep, 1,000 wood, and massing plenty of skirms as he's seeing the dragoons. He's going to go ahead and try to get that counter in. But you're going to need a lot of these. Sorry?
Sorry, my wife had dropped that.
Oh, no. Well, we're glad to have you back. And so now we're seeing a little bit of a pitter-patter battle here back and forth, so a little casualties. And the thing is that he's going to take heavier casualties simply because of how much better the Black Riders are, but that's going to be worth it because, you know, obviously the cost effectiveness of the trades is going to favor the Dutch for sure. But he's going to need to amass a lot more skirms in order to be effective against the Black Riders. Oof, another one going down. Does he see the fort? Is he going to be... I don't think he's going to get that down. It's not enough siege. Oh, Skirmisher's getting into the mix. Is he going to melee? Oh, no. Get your fort. Get the fort. Oh, dude. Oh, this is so rough. He's going to give it up. No, you do not want that fort to go down because that kind of map control, you just do not want to surrender up. Who cares about the Black Rider? Minutemen being called.
I don't know whether he siege them to get that down while being like, you know, he would have lost a lot of units. I'm not sure it's worth it, honestly. But this fort is really oppressive.
Yeah, that's exactly what my concern is. You know, you're kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. But I mean, you got to be willing to take the casualties and just gonna go ahead and just take that down. You do not want to let him basically have a free shipment, right? You don't want to, like you're saying, that's so oppressive. Look how close. Look how close that is. Like in the screen, I can see.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Like that's crazy. Coffee trade coming in, which is gonna reduce the HP of the banks, as you can see there. But that's gonna allow the building of 2 more banks. Raincloud, Royal Mint. That's so funny. Yeah, and that's Torp Gather Rate, isn't it not?
I don't know, but he's mining a lot of coin too,
Yeah, the
because
villagers are gonna
he's
mine.
like making raid.
Yeah, that's not gonna affect.
Yeah,
the
he's
Torps.
making merc.
Why did he not send Engelsberg? I'm curious as to why he didn't send Engelsberg first, but
It's probably a tempo thing because he aged up so quickly, and then he just didn't have a good opportunity to send it.
all right, little battling here, trying to control that little bit of hunt here on 3D Jacob's part, but Raincloud was denying him that hunt, and now this is a huge issue. You can see this, McCleves, right? You got this fort and this outpost right here, and it's gonna give him more leverage and control over these top 2 mines and these hunts and this lumber, all on this north side of the map. Now, he can try to take control of the south, but I don't think he sees this right over here, that there's a TC going down, and he does not see that. He's got Bosniaks being shipped in, which, again, is just such an interesting thing to go for Lancers into a mainly Dragoon comp. Torps going down. Raincloud is spreading out. He is really taking care of the map control. He is asserting dominance, and this is good for Sweden because you want to get your Torps out, and he wants to protect it. So he's quite spread out on the map, and it looks really good for him. Sounds like Cleves is still having technical difficulties. Looking over at Raincloud. More coin coming in. Training up some more Black Riders. He's just gonna... 2 priests are absolutely doing good work here. Look at that. He's healing those guys back up. Making sure that they last. Such a smart play. Like, if you guys are not utilizing priests, make sure that you do so. 3D Jacob is well macroed for industrial age here. He's going to go up with a Tycoon. It's going to give him a bunch of coin. That's pretty smart here. You might as well just go ahead and unlock that.
Yeah, and I want you to look at the coin that he's got. He's stacking a lot of coin, and you'll see what he's going to do with that. I want to see.
Oh, don't spoil it for me, Cleves.
I just want you to keep an eye on that.
I would love Swiss pikemen into
Also-
this. I feel like Swiss pikemen would do really, really well in terms of the
I totally
siege.
agree.
It is H3, but I would love the Swiss
I mean,
pikemen.
they also counter cav so hard. If they actually get in
If they can
range of
connect.
those,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
they'll just wreck them.
You know the
So my Wi-Fi's back. Yes.
your Wi-Fi is back. Did it come back in or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
good.
yeah. So I had to change. To the,
Yeah, I think I
to the
heard
configurator.
your I think your phone was picking up the Discord sound.
Yeah,
I
it was,
like,
yeah.
Well, we're glad to have you back. So age
For
4
real now. Yeah.
Tycoon. Now getting
Casual
hunting
15
dogs.
minutes hunting dogs.
Casual 15 minutes hunting dogs. Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
But he also spent the coin now. He's getting mercantilism. You
Oh,
see,
I see it. I see it. I see
it's
it.
going to give him like 3 shipments.
See, these
So that's
skirmishers are
really
just
nice.
tickling. These skirmishers are just tickling them, but this is going to be really good. He needs
Yeah.
to get his, I would say even getting your guard skirm upgrades is going to have to be a priority.
Yeah, for sure.
3 shipments in age 4. All right, so 2 factories back to, or getting your 2 factories back to back. And heavy cannon.
I think it would be nice to ship the 17 skirms, or was it routers? Yeah, it was probably routers actually.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh well, maybe the factories is right then.
Little pathing issue there. Pop shot taking out the Black Riders. He's trying to get some rating and trying to slow down this economy as he sees the H4 coming in. Shipments are now coming in too. Still training Black Riders, just content to stay in H3 and just spam. Did he send the other 4? And he did. Oh my god. What is this? This is so oppressive. This is so toxic. Oh my god. Is this how he usually plays? I feel like I haven't casted a Raincloud game. Like, ever. This is incredible. Cav combat coming in. Wow. Wow. 2 forts. 2 forts. Literally on each side of the mountain range. Look at this, everybody. Look at this. Crazy. Just boxing him in. Cav combat. We're gonna see a stagecoach coming in. But H4 Dutch. Vet skirm still. Wondering when we're gonna see that upgrade come in. Oh. Oh. Blue guard. Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's going to be quite a bit of siege. That's going to look really good with a heavy cannon. Should be able to clean a lot of this up. Black Riders don't exactly counter the Blue Guard. But neither do the Blue Guard counter the Black Riders.
Yeah.
Oh. What? What?
He's making petards. Also, he's put up like another fort on the bottom. So
Oh, yeah,
Dutch
yeah.
is really.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you heard me. I was yelling about that a couple seconds ago.
Yeah,
I
I had some problems again.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say that he actually shipped Cav Combat, Sweden did, and it buffs his Black Rider, so that's really nice.
Let's take a look at their stats right now. 598 with a 50 range attack. Yikes.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
And that's a 2 times against the artillery, right? So if you can get on top of the heavy cannon. But this is toxic.
Right.
This is just toxic. This is oppressive map control. This is... But these are cards that you don't really get to see Sweden use. And mortars, neither side has Kolv. He's going mortar. This is so... What is this? Look at the petard
I think the
spam.
mortar play is really good. Like the fort is already half damage. You're gonna take it out, and then but I think he didn't scout the other fort yet.
No, he sees it.
Which is kind of.
He sees it. He's right here.
Are you sure? This is the.
Yeah, this is
yeah.
Fog of War.
So he did. Yeah. Okay.
Fort going down. How many Black Riders does? 24 in total. Little lull in the action, but this is insane. All right, now we're producing heavy cannon. Guards coming in, guard howitzer, but you need the guard skirms. I'm going to say you need guard skirms. These Bosniaks are just going to get wasted. There's no point in having your answers out front. Heavy cannon's getting some shots off. Not going to do as well as you would like, but we have guard skirm coming in and blue guards.
Yeah, I really wanted the Swiss Pike instead of the Bosniaks. I don't think the Bosniaks was a good choice, honestly. That's
I agree.
At least
Petards
I
are
want to.
massing here, though. This is going to be a
Yeah.
base trade. This is going to be a base trade. If he does not see this, it's a base trade. He needs to put his weight
trade.
down. He can win this fight. He cleans this. He just needs to commit. He's going to go north to go ahead and take out these torps, but I'm waiting for these petards to start going into action. That's good. Send these guys out to go raiding. Exactly. Absolutely. Oh, villagers going flying.
Yeah, that was funny.
Rights are just getting cleaned up. Heavy cannons getting their shots off. Again, just send these guys go raiding. They're nothing into this fight for massing. But these, how many petards does he have? Oh my goodness. 9.
That's like 10, 9. Okay.
Oh, dude, don't say
It's
it
going
ain't so.
straight in the.
Say it ain't so. Toxic. Torps going down. Black Riders are going to sit back. He's going to micro this. He doesn't.
And he's
see
shipping
this.
cap damage
He
behind
doesn't,
that
and he
too,
doesn't see it. He's gonna be really locked into what's happening right here. You can tell he's microing all this. He's getting his raids in, and the TC. See ya.
He went,
What a
he
jerk.
went straight for the TC.
Oh, and then
he's right building it back too. That's funny.
the tilt, and then the Black Riders come in and mop up. And he has nowhere to put the vills now. And then look, they put a TC right there. What are you doing, Jacob? Oh my God! And they have nowhere to go. They have nowhere to. Look at that cleaning. That is
He's coming.
toxic. It is toxic. No respect. I have no. What is this? Disgusting.
Well, Sweden's gonna lose their base. It looks like because Blue has got like all their army over there, so he's gonna.
Yeah, now he's gonna go ahead and he's killing vills. Okay, just look at that. And each side is now content to just run their armies around and take out each other's villagers. Look at this. He does have one factory still remaining. You have to remember that there is an age difference here, huge score difference as well. And he did put down a TC. He did not take down that foundation. Many of howitzers, and now he loses TC. So we got 2 civs, no TCs, and just a mop-up operation. Except, actually, I take it. He does have a TC down here. Does he see it?
I mean, there's the TC, but of course, Dutch also lost a factory, which is kind of huge, honestly. And
yeah,
and it's not over. It's not over because if you look at Dutch's base, he's gonna lose more.
Yeah, those Black Riders are still. And
look at the vills. Look at.
You gotta be joking. You have to be kidding. Where did these
The
falconets come
disrespect
from?
is real, you know.
What is this? Oh, he must have trained them from the. Oh, he must have trained them from the fort, and I missed it. And he's got arsenal techs coming in. Yeah. Oh no, actually, he has an
arsenal.
He does have an artillery foundry right there. And now taking out.
He's just building towers
into his base, and he's gonna take out his base. Oh my God. I never want to face this on the ladder. I can tell you right now, I never want to face this on the ladder.
I know, right?
So he's got plenty of shipment points now that he has to take out that are in his base. And he's just going to go ahead and...
Is it realistic to take that out with all that army and the cannons there? It's a question. He's got all his vills here now.
Please, we're changing the definition of a base trade. This is a literal base trade. This is a literal base trade. Look at what is this? Okay, even more falconets coming.
About that, I think this is like on the map position, it's a win for Dutch. Like of course, like losing all those banks is really bad. You don't want that, but like there is still some resources on Sweden's side, while the hunts are like all gone on the Dutch side. So.
Well, on the Dutch side, he has a plenty of coin, and he still has his market. And see, this is the thing people neglect. They never take out the market. That's what keeps Dutch alive.
Yeah.
Oh,
especially with all the coin he's got.
Oh, here we go. The Black Riders are just going to absolutely do some work here. Blue Guard's trying to get into the action here. They need to get into melee. He's going to just immediately lose his cannons here, which is going to be a huge loss.
Yeah.
And as
he did trade them for a fort, at least.
He did trade them for a fort. Oh, actually, he's backing out. Oh, he has his falconets, and that's just going to clean up all that infantry. I totally forgot about the falcons. This is just an ugly, ugly fight. Either side has Culverin. TC now going down. He needs to get his. You need to get your explorer on that.
Yeah, you might want to look at the top right of the map as well. There's some
Oh, huge raid
There's
here.
a lot of vills.
All over the place. Now, the great thing about Sweden is that they still have a lot of torps up, but I mean, a couple here. He lost all of his torps here. I'm really wondering what the Vil count is. 16 versus 41 Vils. 16 versus 41. So this is a huge problem.
Now Sweden could actually age up, but they don't have a TC.
Right, no TC. Stables going down. It is a rapid, desperate build. He's not taking out the banks.
Yeah,
He sees this now. There's a spy here. Oh, this is horrific. This is horrific, McCleves.
Yes.
This is horrific. 123 out of 120. He's massed a ton. 3D Jacob, just, I mean, tons and tons of coin. Does he even know? He does have a marquee, double built a marquee.
Yeah, he probably thought it was down. I don't know.
And he's let this bank exist. He's let his banks exist. His bank economy exist for a long time. Sweden is now chopping wood like a madman and trying to rebuild the base quite rapidly. What Jacob needs to do is exactly that. He needs to put down a fort. That's exactly right. And we are seeing.
Honestly, I would like him to just put it like on the same spot where the first Swedish fort was. That would be pretty.
But what do you? I mean, what do you do? I mean, he's got to make Kolv, and he's got to mass skirm.
And he's losing his banks now. I mean, he's got to rebuild because that's going to hurt, losing the banks.
But Sweden also has a problem because now he's still taking out these torps. He's not countering that. He's still popped.
Yep. Oh, just a lot of food getting sold here, and yeah, I think he's brought some wood.
Massive amount of skirms. Tulip speculation now coming in, going to massively increase the bank production. And look at that, a new fort. New fort.
Yeah, and he's rebuilding all those banks too.
A literal base trade. We still have an untouched hunt here.
Like,
that's actually quite good.
Yeah,
that is quite good. He needs to take out that trade post. He can, and he, like he said, he got the stagecoach, so that runs throughout this entire trade. Take advantage of that. More torps going down. He's running out of mines. Does he have any sort of? He does have 2 copper mines.
Yeah, he's got that, and then 2 falcons, but that's basically it. He's kind of out of shipments. He needed to age, and he didn't get the opportunity because he lost his TC.
Oh, this is terrible. This is terrible.
It's just a big mess.
I never want to see a game like this. This is horrific.
I know.
Could you imagine? Everybody's like, "Oh, this is super fun to watch." What are you talking about? No, it's horrific to play into this. How horrific! But I feel like he gets into these games a lot. I feel like we casted a different game with him playing Dutch. That was also, was he the one that was he did the against Baja California, and he survived by like being on the water in Saguenay. Was that 3D Jacob? Do you remember that? You and I casted that game as well.
I think it was him.
I don't know if that was him. It probably wasn't actually, but it was like an hour-long game of Baja California into Dutch, and they like literally built, like they switched bases, right? And then like Baja didn't revolt back, and I don't know if you remember. That was a disgusting. You made a thumbnail of the guy throwing up.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I don't know if that was 3D Jacob.
I'm not sure. I don't think I casted it, but it was pretty. Yeah.
Oh no, you didn't. It was or wait, maybe you did. I can't remember. Anyway, either way. Now we're seeing a
yes,
but 2 copper mines.
Yeah, Sweden is really like committed on this comp. He's gonna add more falcons, I think.
A 30-minute 2 falconet push. Oh my God, 3D Jacob, please make a Kolv. Please make a Culverin. He has massed so many skirmishers.
Yeah.
So many Reuter. It would be one thing if he had a ton of Reuter just to spam into this, right? Like he could just spam Reuter infinitely. He could take out the Falconets. He could probably contend with the Black Riders, but he absolutely needs an artillery foundry is going down. He needs Culverin, and he needs them.
Yeah,
them yesterday.
I think he realized it.
Oh my God, this is going to be so rough. He's just going to immediately go for the TC. He's just going to immediately go for the TC. Oh no,
I wanted to ship the Swiss bike here. That would be just amazing.
Minutemen getting popped in. They have multipliers. Ooh, taking some heavy hits. taking some heavy hits. This is it. This has got to be it. This has got to. He has to hold here. He's got to take out these Falconets.
Yeah.
Get your vills working. Get your vills working. And if he's not taking this out, if we can get 2 Culverin, I think 1 Falconet going down. Those Falconets are taking some fort shots. All right, we're just gonna zoom in on this. He's got 4 Falconets.
Yeah, it's very close.
Reuter getting in there. More Black Riders. Oh, this micro's all over the place. This is absolutely intense, and this is how you can spam Reuter. The town center is looking low. Less than 2k health. Where are those Culverin? Oh my god, this is close. It's close. It's close. Another Falconet going down. He absolutely has enough siege from the Black Riders. He has nothing to protect the Culverin. I don't even think you need the Culverin at this point.
The fort has been targeting the Falconets this whole time.
Get your shots in, get your shots. Nice, there you go. Now he needs to spam, he needs to spam skirmishers. He needs to try to get that repair in, try to get maybe another TC down if he can. He can sell, or sorry, he can buy the wood with plenty of coin that he's floating. And look at that, that is a cleanup. 3D Jacob holds. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Oh,
it was pretty close.
it's very close.
I think Raincloud might have overcommitted a little bit. Yeah, these priests just fisting it out.
Yeah, he needed to unpack, right, and then just kind of
shoot
fight
from
here
range
instead of getting underneath. You know, kind of slow walk.
It was also dangerous because realistically, that there could have been a Swiss spike pop, and it would have devastated them.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. That's absolutely the case. But I still don't think he's shipped the Swiss. Yeah, they're still there.
No,
he has 19 vills into 39 still with Sweden. Sweden has not had another TC. They have not made another vill. Dominion's card's now just coming in at a casual 30 minutes into the game.
He's at max Torps now.
He's at max Torp. 3D Jacob is spamming units. He needs to push this advantage. He's got skirms now coming in. He totally missed the Dominion wagons. Does not care.
Well, it doesn't matter because he can't even place them, so...
Yeah, but does he know that?
So many vills here. Yeah, probably not.
He is spread all over the map. He is not going to give this up. Repair your TC. Please. Look at the score swing, too. Only 4K. Only a 4K difference.
Yeah, it's getting closer. Like, it's slowly getting closer.
Yeah, he was much further ahead before the base trade, obviously. And look at... It's toxic. It's toxic. Does he still eat? I don't think he has his calves. I don't think he has the calves. He doesn't. He hasn't repaired the TC.
He's got the resources for it.
Please repair the TC for the love of God. He has enough to make another TC in terms of resources.
Yeah.
More Black Riders. More Black Riders. More Falconets. We got 1 comp. Oh, see now. Now we're repairing it. Now we're repairing it. Bill's going down. He doesn't have many to spare. 39 versus 21. He's got just 2 more than we last checked.
Yeah, but he does have the banks.
He does have banks. This is true. He's got a couple. More than a couple. He's got 5. Holy hell, this is insane. All 21 vills in the TC right now. Fort just going to work. Going to slow this down because he's going to try to bring the Falconets in. He needs to bring this army back. He needs more Reuter. That's what he needs.
He's going to get kills, but I don't think they'll get out. Like, when you see what's going on there.
Oh, no.
Raincloud is
no.
exactly realizing what's going on here.
Yeah, cancel that. I would just cancel that.
It's going to get cancelled automatically.
Do you get the resources back, though? Yeah, so...
Yeah, you do.
This is rough, and then, yeah, he's just going to... Yeah, precisely. He doesn't have enough. He's not making enough Hussar. He needs to buy the food. Oh. I would send it from the fort. Man.
Yeah, just not to get them shot.
If you can get the Hussar out, that'd be pretty good. I don't know if there's enough Black Rider to stop them from being made, or at least get your Hussar out and really start cutting down on this economy. Because again, he has not made a TC. And
well, he's building a TC right now.
Where's that at?
It's just in the left.
In the same spot. Oh my god, dude! I can't.
What? I mean,
I can't.
It's probably the mind game. You know, you already took it down, so you're not going to look there.
Right. Obviously. obviously, but I thought we saw he was making a Haka pellet, and I guess he was like, oh no, I don't believe in making standard roster units, so we're just gonna go ahead and cancel that. And we have seen 2 different kinds of units from Raincloud this entire game, and apparently that has worked.
Yeah.
We are rapidly approaching the Dragoon only meta. Hassar's now coming in. He is sending an Age 2 shipment. That's where we're at.
I know.
Why
Like
not?
he could be shipping
Infantry
exactly
combat,
just what
exactly. Like I don't
It's such a
understand.
big card.
I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't think this is a smart idea. Really, the infantry combat is just really good.
But that score's starting to pull away, and we are starting to see estates come out from Raincloud. So that's going to be a huge loss. And already finding the
second TC.
second.
It's just funny.
I hate
I
this
don't like
game.
this.
Oh.
I don't like this. I think he should just put it in his base where like the rest of his stuff is pretty much safe.
All right, moment of truth here, though. Right, I mean, you're probably going to be proven correct because we're going to see a moment of truth here where he's going to see that approach. He doesn't have a lot of black riders here to protect these falconets. These Hussar are going to go ahead for the flank. Eichmann finally going to see some action, getting right in there, and then immediately going to get blown up by the falconets. So that was pretty great. This is great. We kept asking for Swiss pikemen the whole time.
I think he still did quite a lot of damage with them. Look how many black riders are going down.
Oh my god! Look at the boom, boom, boom. This is, I mean, heavy losses on the part of 3D Jacob. Minutemen now getting in there.
The Minutemen coming in. Yeah.
And still 3 falconets on the field. 3 falconets on the field.
Yeah, I feel like this could have gone a little bit better for Jacob, but I mean, yeah, Sweden just like.
Yeah, he could have. I felt
cannons.
Like, the micro could have been a lot better. I agree. But the thing is that we're back in the holding pattern where he doesn't have enough black riders to really push into this.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have anything to counter the falconets. And as if 3D Jacob hasn't already known for the past, I don't know, 30-something minutes that your opponent is only going to have falconets and black riders, but you have to anticipate a switch. You have to anticipate that he is going to make a unit switch.
Yeah, that's true.
It is insane, and he has not touched these TC. Oh my god. I almost threw my headset. I literally almost threw my headset. Oh my god.
This guy, man. This is like almost as bad as like just building 7 towers in your opponent's base.
Chat, is this real?
Which he also did.
Chat, is this real? 28. But the funny thing is that his economy is over here, so he's gonna make villagers, and then they have to walk.
Walk them all the way over.
They have to walk all the way to work. That is actually insane. Why not put them here? I don't understand. I don't get it. He's a much greater mind than I am. Finally, some Colbs.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice.
Bounce shots getting in. Look at that.
It's time to go back for red now.
Raincloud at 46 Vils right now. Looking pretty solid. Max torped. He's still in H3. See, this is another thing, too, is that you got to be kicking yourself as Jacob, where you're like, Sweden is supposed to be this weak civ, low tier, but here I am as Dutch struggling to beat them, and I'm a whole age. He's been a whole age above them for over 10 minutes now.
Yeah, and the score gap is actually just getting reduced instead of increasing. It's kind of crazy.
Right, absolutely.
He's not been trading very well into
Horse
Sweden, but he's going to build a horse artillery.
So I'm going to be honest with you. I really love horse artillery. I think that's they are a fantastic unit. I've really have seen them and have been using them to great effect.
Yeah, since they're buffed in like lately, that when their animation got like kind of fixed, quote unquote, they are a lot better.
31 now. Still
Sweden taking a score lead too. Well, they're not by a lot.
6 banks now. He can get 7. He should get that 7th bank. Yeah, he's got a slight score lead right now. It's about neck and neck.
It's probably because of the cannons being trained in Dutch. Yeah, see that the score just went back.
3 TCs. Look at, I mean, this is just. Oh, okay, good. He's got his surgeons made sure, and he's got to be looking at this like, what the heck am I looking at? Right? Like this is insane.
And Sweden is gonna gonna go back into the base with the Black Riders.
Yeah, he's got a raid up here.
Yep. But I think. Yeah, he's got to be careful there.
Yeah, because his economy's
like,
up,
50,
and he sees it.
damage.
That's good. That's good. He sees it. That's fine.
Okay.
Totally fine. Oh,
Sweden's training Coles now.
Yeah, I saw Sweden training Colves.
He's gonna lose his
He lost the town center. He's not gonna get much out of this raid except idling the eco a little bit, but it's hard to idle Dutch just because of the banks.
Yeah.
I want to see what he's making. I'm kind of clicking around here. He's got a couple falconets down here. I think I saw some falconets over here with the surgeons, but I guess he moved them. He's got his surgeons over here. He's got Colves, the Colves that he was training before. He's got so many estates as well, just because, again, he's so invested into the Black Riders. It's a whole Black Rider deck, and apparently a massive skirmish just hasn't been enough, just because of the falconets. And once again, just giving up the TCs basically for free. I mean, this is, like, he can't really push.
Yep.
What a weird...
He's going to try to raid again, but...
He's going to try. But exactly how effective is that? I'm not entirely sure. Probably needs to just leave about 10 or 15 skirms behind just to kind of make that happen. And
yeah.
Does he see this up here? If he can find this is very lightly defended. You only have an outpost. He's just got some artillery sitting out here. I think, you know, that would be the time for your Bosniak, Red Lancer, right? For your Hussar. That they can get in there and really scrap, and that would be really, really good.
Yeah, he's gonna get some skirms here in the base, and I think he's moving in the center of the map, so maybe not.
Yeah, he's gonna just go ahead and back out of that.
Oh yeah, it looks like blue is on the move though. More goals coming in for Sweden. That's interesting.
He needs Reuter. I'm gonna say he needs Reuter. That's for sure. We are now at 40 minutes.
To see some like, maybe
another TC. You get your shots off. Yeah, forget the torps. Colves getting their shots off. Horse artillery almost going down there, but they're wide open. One falconet going down. Cold micro. 2 falconets.
Yeah, now it's just Colv
on Colv.
Colv
on Colv, and that's actually what 3D Jacob would want, because the concern is his falconets. 2 Colvs still up. Huge. This is huge for 3D Jacob, because now he does not. Raincloud does not have any falconets to counter the skirms. Ooh, double kill. Counter the skirms whatsoever. He doesn't have any falconets or anything. And so now we just have a skirm mass against the Black Riders, and that's going to be a problem. And he doesn't have a lot of coin to make, and he could sell the food. He's going to start making falconets now. What is
Jacob still needs to remass his own artillery, because he needs siege to actually, you know, do some damage. He can... Also, I think Red is rebuilding a TC, but now it's up north.
He's got a TC still there, and he's got...
Oh yeah,
he's got one over here. Wow, that's... You're gonna get some good raids in here. Idle that eco. Really idling the eco. Raincloud making 4 falconets. Does he see this though?
Yeah, more raids, but he's got some skirms over here, so he's gonna be fine.
Yeah, it's good.
The villager count is like kind of evening out a little bit now.
Yeah, 36 to 48, and here's the falconet pop, and that's just gonna be. This is just gonna be a wipe. Once again, losing a massive skirmisher mass just a falconet pop. Just so rough to see that, and I saw that 3D Jacob is remassing. He's getting his units out again, but I mean, this kind of back and forth, you can't keep allowing that to happen.
Yeah.
He needs to have a more balanced composition if he's gonna make this happen. Black Rider Falconet apparently is the way to go, and he needs to. I honestly think your Reuter are cheap. They trade cost effectively. If you're gonna monocomp, you might as well monocomp the Reuter. Just keep spamming them into him.
Yeah, maybe, because at least they don't die to Falcons, right?
Right. That would be my thought, at least, right? Because then
you're Black Rider making some helps.
Or
like if you get the speed. Because you could like run into the base and like do a lot of damage, and there's not much Sweden can do about it. I suppose they can still like shoot you, but
yeah, I think because it's so much cheaper for him to just spam Reuter that he can't keep up with it, right? So because he's lost a lot of that torp economy, so he would just you just keep throwing them into him, and the Black Riders are not going to trade cost effectively, right? You can kill 5 Reuter for every single Black Rider you make, but what does that matter? Because you can just have another 5 behind that. Falconets are moving to the north here. Horse artillery.
Yeah, now it's horse artillery against Falcons. And that is like an age advantage, basically. Also, guard skirmishes.
Yeah, 125 with the effect versus the 100, but the range is going to be the question here.
Yeah, but he's also upgrading them to heavy horse guns now.
Oh, he is. That is true. And he's got his bank parts coming in, so he's going to get more banks, and he'll be able to make more bills.
Yeah. I still want him to ship infantry combat instead of that.
Oh, no. Look at another TC. How many? We should have a TC count in the corner. Like, we'll put it in post. We'll put it in post, like the little TC count. And this is insane. 7 Falconets. Skirm's getting into the mix. Stopping that TC, getting the raids, and so he finally sees the economy up here, but he's again gonna just sacrifice a skirm.
Oh, and that's a lot of Falcons. There's like 8 of them.
7, yeah, still the same 7 from before. He's making a Culve now.
Yep.
Villager's just gonna go ahead and get in the mix.
I think they're just gonna like finish that TC because
he doesn't have enough skirm to really stop this. He's got 49 versus 38. Man, this has got to be exhausting for each player. You know, you got to be thinking to yourself like, this is just tiring.
Yeah. I mean, he lost the TC on this in the center now, so it's gonna bounce him back and forth in his like.
Here's the issue. His culls are exposed, but he's gonna move these Falcons down. So much action just going all the way around. We got a little raid coming in here too. Turn off this fog of war. He's still got skirms in the base, which is great. What is 3D Jacob doing? He's making some Reuter now. I think he just need a lot of Reuter. Horse artillery now going ahead and getting that exchange in. And his Colbs are nowhere to be found. They're all the way down here. Oh, they're getting but all the Falcons are gone. The 3 Colbs did get some shots off, but it was not enough. And now he's losing.
I think that was a good trade for Jacob. Yeah.
It was a great trade for Jacob.
And he's losing so many vills now.
Yes, he is. He absolutely is. And again, he refuses to put his TCs next to his vills because they're all the way up here.
Right. Yeah, he's got enough wood for another TC now.
His economy's looking really rough right now. I think he's starting to kind of run out of steam. He doesn't have enough coin to really make enough to make it happen, but it seems like his horse artillery did go down to Black Riders up here.
Yeah.
He is making a TC now next to the estates.
Yeah.
Too many outposts. He's not going to be able to push this, so he's going to have to back out. And 3D Jacob is once again finding himself remassing skirmishers and horse artillery.
And it's kind of... I mean, maybe he's like thinking it's an attrition war and he's gonna win that. And to be fair, Sweden is like 8-3 this whole time, so they aren't really, you know, he's got like 3 shipments, but he can't really send anything.
Right.
Just kind of, and he really needs those copper mines, but it takes 4.
Right. He had plenty of opportunity to age up. He just refused to do so. And I'm curious as to why. You know, it's always a debate whether to age up or to mass, right?
Yeah.
Losing more vills here. Getting some more raids in. But these Falconets again are just going to clean up. Skirmishers down here taking on some Colves. More Minutemen just being called in. And I mean, this is just a slugfest. This is brutal.
Yeah, he's lost like 20 vills by now.
Yeah, 34 to 40. Now, finally, Dutch, for the longest time, in fact, first time ever, probably, has overtaken the vill count. The scores are starting to pull away. We got a 10k score difference. Oh.
Yeah, he's definitely going back here. Still some raids going on, and also in the Dutch base, but it's probably not much anymore.
Yeah, no, he's losing those Black Riders as well. Yeah, he's really lost a lot of eco steam. You can see on the resources that he just has nothing on food right now. He has no way to produce units right now, and 3D Jacob has finally just kind of, I mean, I think it's come down to more just Sweden has lost its tempo opportunity, right? They had that extended amount of time, and Raincloud did a fantastic job of taking possession of the map, taking the coin mines, and extending out Sweden's economic ability, which is very, very strong and potent, but it's on a timer, right? And so he just kind of whittled it out, right? He just kind of, like you said, it was a war of attrition. Really bloody too, just because 3D Jacob was like, I'm gonna keep running skirmishers into falconets. See if that works. I mean, now's the time for Raincloud to make more petard, and
just blow all that base up. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
Raincloud is just kind of stretched out here. He's losing more vills, and I think he's having trouble keeping up now.
Yeah, he's at 23. He's got a mill down finally.
It'd be good to just like destroy Torque without berries and then like rebuild them.
Yeah, he should. He didn't ever send any blackberry or blueberry card though.
Yeah, I feel like blueberry's been like kind of falling out of favor mostly, but blackberry's still definitely good to have.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And so these falconets are going to clean these up. And he's got some coal, which is good, which is going to stop the horse artillery, but he's not going to be able to stop the road. Yeah, this is just too much of a mass. I don't think he's going to be able to throw this off.
I wonder how many pops of Minutemen we've seen in this game.
Oh my god, he got another one? Yeah, just every TC, because again, we need a TC count.
I know.
Oh, jeez.
He's also stacking 4 shipments. He just literally can't send anything.
And finally, skirmishers have beaten the falconets. Finally, they did it. And that's going to clean up. Oh my god, yeah, this is just a slaughter. And it sounds like Raincloud is just going to fight it out to the. Oh, I thought he was going to fight to the last settler there.
Maybe
wow.
not.
Wow. Oh my god. And then finally throws it in. Ooh, boy. So as you guys remember, this is not where Dutch was to start. And this is not where Sweden was to start. So when I said left and right, I should have known better. I was kind of bugged at the start because I saw that like red was like on the top and blue was on the bottom, and I already solved the game, and it's just Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's just look at the post game. Let's just see the post game. Let's just take a look.
The eco was actually surprisingly close when you look at it.
I felt like Raincloud, the eco was amazing. The amount of map control and the coin production was astounding. You know, the amount of Black Riders that he was pumping out. I really thought the Sweden economy was. I kind of want to see that, the resources gathered.
I mean, he's behind Dutch, but like only at the end. It was really close the whole game.
Yeah, see right here in this like kind of sweet spot.
Yeah,
of just
like, and like he starts to lose a lot of hills after that. But,
right. Let's take a.
And also his berries will be running out.
Well, let's go to population actually.
And look at that.
This is a massive fight. This is just a massive. I'm trying to remember where
that was. Not.
That probably was the TC fight.
Yeah, maybe it was. Yeah, it probably was.
Cataclysmic, and look at just this constant like huge masses and swings from.
Yeah, you're gonna see that red kind of traded favorably most of the time, especially that first fight is like huge. But then after some time he just I think it was like down to Jacob killing more villagers.
Yeah, let's
and having banks.
I don't know. This vill count is going to be disgusting. Look at how disgusting Raincloud is. Oh my god, that's like a Brit chart right there.
It's a skill too, you know. It's kind of annoying, especially like the way it does it with all the towers and stuff. But you know, it is a skill.
That's crazy. That is insane. But then you see, this is the base trade.
This is the base trade, right? Yeah, exactly. So you see that Jacob kind of did a good job, like despite like being pressured into his base and like losing his factory and stuff.
Right.
Still kind of like killing vills all around the map.
Yeah, you know, that's actually a good point because you have to wonder. Well, I mean, he was producing heavy cannon, but if he had the factories for longer, if like what the resource difference would have been. But I'm taking a look at this. How long? 25 minutes.
Yeah, without the TC.
And then to 35. So 10 minutes without making a vill. That's an astounding amount. That's an astounding amount of time. That's 20% of the game. Just on that.
And then even after that, with like 3 TCs, he didn't actually go up that quickly.
This is insane. I want to see. Yeah, I mean, like, dude,
that's down to, I mean, 3.
That is tough. I want to look at military. 430 to 195. That shows the efficiency. 402 units killed with 195 produced. That is astounding. That is an astounding 2K. 2K kill. 256 skirm. Wow. 384. That's going to include vills, I'm guessing. But
yeah, it usually does, yeah.
Wow. 34 to 53 buildings lost. That's like a Malta game. There was one Malta game that I played as I was playing a Howden Oshani, and I think my raised buildings count came out at 74.
It's all the depots exploding, right? Well, actually, now that I think about it, Raincloud is a very well-known multiplayer, and he likes.
He plays like a multiplayer. Oh my god,
he does.
He plays like a multiplayer. Wow, look at this, dude. This has to be one of the most insane games I've ever seen or casted. It's. I mean, all of you, if you have made it this far, thank you. This has to be seen to be believed. If you have seen this game, please share it around. Like this is game of the year. This is game of the year right here. I'm calling it. This is just out of pure insanity, out of pure willpower. It is honestly, it's willpower that won this game, because at some point I would be like, I have to go eat dinner or something. You know, I got to do something better with my time than just deal with this guy.
I think a lot of people would have just resigned when losing the factories. And kudos to Jacob, who just like continued fighting, rebuild the base, and like ended up winning.
Right. I mean, Raincloud, you have some amazing skills in the sense that, I mean, besides the toxic play, but like the ability to conduct map control, to sprawl, to really be scrappy, is really commendable. I think those are really good player qualities to have. And 3D Jacob just, you know, obviously, like, there's tons of mistakes on both sides, but the amount of pressure that you were on, like, I don't blame that at all. You know, I think, like you said, Cleves, that people would have just resigned.
Yeah, I think just the one mistake that I would really I think it was kind of poor play was like the Lancers, getting the red Lancers, even though he saw the Black Riders. I think apart from that, the rest you could attribute to pressure.
Wow. This was actually insane.
Yeah.
That was, this reminds me a lot of, like I said, that Baja California versus Dutch game on Saguenay. I casted it with Dunamai, now I remember. That was with Dunamai I casted it with, and it's very similar. I think, was that a Mahongpa? I don't know, but...
Oh, yeah, true. I think it was, yeah. But Mahongpa was like defending it.
Right. Probably. And this was just, you know what? Kudos to both players. I'm not you guys. I could not do this. But you know what? Guys, if you watch, like, I'm glad that you made it to this part. Share this around. This has to be seen to be believed. This is an incredible game. Incredible fight from both of these players. But you can only get this kind of content on the Age of Sunbros YouTube channel, where we just premiere the finest of mid-elo content for all of you to engorge upon. Thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. We really appreciate you guys. Feel free to leave a like, comment, and if you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. We are marching on the way to 2,000, so we are quite excited for that. Thank you so much, and we will see you in the next one.